So happy Saturday, everyone. I'm glad that we are here in Satsang. I am trying a new mic. So let me just, um, so just wanted to check. Okay, audio is good. Um, so welcome, everyone. So today, before we go into meditation, I wanted to start a conversation or topic which we want to continue uh, possibly for a few months, a few weeks at least. And that's service. Um, so, the true fruit of spiritual practice should appear in our lives as greater compassion, greater honesty, more concern for others, less self importance, a willingness to help, a desire to reduce others' sufferings. So, so if we look at it that way, and I was, so one of the chapters in Guru Maharaj's, 7 volume, 28 chapter book, which I refer quite a lot because I read it quite a lot. And so he has dedicated one chapter in, it's not just service, it's devotion and service is the chapter. And basically, it's so two things come out up front is like one, he says, helping others is the best form of helping yourself because the the depth to which that touches you, it's spirituality itself. And the other thing is that devotion and service and love in various different contexts. So, devotion, service, and love are, in his view, synonyms, which is very interesting because what he says is that if, and even like materialistically and worldly ways, when you love someone, what would be like service will just come so naturally. And if service is a sincere effort to bring help, comfort, strength, knowledge, dignity, peace, or spiritual benefit to another person, it could be all of those things. But then he goes very quickly into something that I would say not just hard to implement, it's like even sometimes hard to understand. So the question is, all service is not equal, or the question is, what are the different types of service? And two things or two intents. One is with some expectation. Another one is when we go into it selflessly. And, the world around us always, there are transactions. Everything is a transaction, including the service. And even if there is a very abstract, very subtle expectation, it's still an expectation. And before I go into the different types, when I was talking about my grandmother and mother, I always felt that just listening patiently is a service. And then, caring for elderly parents, you know, every family, every mother, in their own way takes care of the infants, teaching someone, sharing food, supporting someone in grief, you know, using skills for community welfare. But then, you know, so if we flip a little and say, like, let's think about devotion. So, devotion is love within. Devotion begins as an inner movement, a feeling of love, trust, gratitude, reverence, surrender to the God, Guru, or the divine presence. But then, what's the outer expression? Devotion is love felt within, and service is love expressed through action. So, you know, so devotion, love, and service. Devotion connects the heart with the divine. Love expands the heart, and service carries all that into the world. You know, and interestingly, what I find is like meditation makes you feel the presence, but service takes you to the same state, you know, as well. But then the two parts, like service with expectation and selfless service. So now, sometimes, even our very deep devotion, love, even efforts into meditation, where like I'm expecting to achieve, even if it's a spiritual growth, that's an expectation, right? But there are not so subtle expectations as well, for recognition, for so service overall could be for praise, for recognition, for status, for influence, for control, for loyalty, for financial benefit, for just to feel that you're better than others, future favors, spiritual merit. So, selfless service, the effect of selfless service is night and day different from service that is done with expectation, even if it's absolutely abstract and subtle. Selfless service, no expectation of reward, gratitude, control, done with humility and sincerity. And that, according to Guru Maharaj, that is real service, and that gives you. So when you're not looking for any return, anything in return, what happens is that that touches your soul. That takes you to a higher ground effortlessly in a way that it'll be hard to say what else does that it that well. And so another thing, before we go into meditation today, so food for thought is, so meditation itself is a service to yourself, but you know Guru Maharaj talked about this as spiritual service, which is the highest form of service. So, we can help people with food and, you know, but then that's needed again soon. And, so it has to be a ongoing process. Education, so when we help and serve people with the education, they kind of stand on their own feet. So that's better, more longer term. Money, same way, that supports the family, the people. And so, but again, that runs out too. So, and then there are emotional, psychological support, encouraging people, praying for them. And that requires inner strength. And meditation helps us develop all that. But then spiritual service helps another person discover inner peace, spiritual strength, and self knowledge, self realization, a path towards the divine. So that, you know, in a way, as we talked about before, it's like it takes you to the higher ground, makes you operate at a higher ground. So that service is far more longer term. So Guru Maharaj says you need to do all kinds of service, whatever you can, but then spiritual service has a far longer term impact. And as we have, uh, or as we always talk about, it's like the love, compassion, and community, all that comes as part of it as well. All right. So we'll continue the discussion after and even some more sessions. So let's meditate on it. So eyes lightly closed, still and relaxed posture. So these three things are very important for focusing inwards because peace is inside, light is inside, and even love needs to evolve from within. So for all that, inward focus is required. So eyes lightly closed, still and relaxed posture. And then think of the presence of this transcendental energy in form of light, a conscious source, which is right here, right now, with us, in front of us. And that source of this transcendental energy is emitting a light that's entering our heart, enlightening it, and then the light is distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming one with this light. We are becoming the light. So that's all we need to do. There is nothing, no activity required. Just observe the presence, the light that's entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you are absolutely and totally getting immersed in it. When mind wanders away, which it will, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone, that this light is entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you are getting completely and totally immersed in it. We'll start with music. Music helps concentration, and then we go deep into silent meditation. Let's start. So, so happy Saturday, everyone. Um, so it's your time now. Thoughts, comments, questions. But before I open it up, just to wrap up, um, you know, two things. One, um, we talk about light, love, and peace, and that's the top of the pyramid. That's the growth path in some ways. But then, how about looking at meditation helps us discover light within? Devotion awakens love for its source. So that's love. And service allows that light and love to reach another life. So, light, love, and service. So, I think, and pardon me for saying this, but this community is now uh, graduating to a point where I think we can think about some nuances. So light, love, and peace, and light, love, and service. So service doesn't even uh, merely complete the spiritual path. That's it. At the highest level, service becomes the spiritual path. So in some ways, I would say that after a certain point, your growth um, is through service. It's like, you become a PhD student, then your guide says, "Oh, why don't you take care of my class and, you know, kind of sort of become a teaching assistant?" Um, so the natural path is that. And not only that, I think without you doing that, you cannot become the expert that you want to become. So service at some point becomes necessary too. But anyway, I think it's interesting. So hello, hello. Namaskar, Purva.
नमस्कार चाचा।
You're doing good?
हाँ जी, बेटर।
Mhm. Good.
Namaskar, Sanjeevji, and
Hello,
everyone.
Steve.
Hello. Um, that was a beautiful meditation, and as you know, service is a really important part of my life. And while I've been at the hospital every day for my niece, I've also been trying to think of ways to bring the nurses and the staff things to help them in their day. So I've been making them dishes at home, bringing them in some cakes, some coffees, some nice coffees, because one of the nurses was saying how awful the hospital coffee was. So, just small things just to make them smile and just to show some gratitude for the work that they're doing. And I think this meditation came at a wonderful time. I don't know if you saw, oh, you did, you saw what I wrote on the
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah. Very touching. I didn't know how to respond, but I will.
That's okay. You don't need to respond, but it's just I've amped up my devotional practice to Satsang, to connect to Guru and the light, especially now. And I think that also inspired me to also amp up my service. So when my niece does come out of hospital, I'm hoping to then go into the hospitals and maybe do some meditation for the staff or something like that, just to help them relax. And
Yeah.
it is so important. It makes you feel so much more connected to the divine when you give back, and you learn a lot about yourself as well. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. You help yourself by helping others always.
exactly. And that connection that you get to the world around you, to others, and especially to God, whatever you believe in, it is another level. So I do definitely encourage everyone to try. It doesn't matter how small it is, a service, it's still service. And if you can do it long term, it changes your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very thankful and I'm very grateful for the whole thing. It's really helped me get through this time.
Absolutely.
And thank you for teaching me so much as well.
Now, our prayers are with you and your family now. Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Now I have to go, but everyone, I hope you have a wonderful and a blessed weekend. And tell those that you love them, hug them a bit closer. And please remember that tomorrow isn't promised. So just do what you can and be kind.
Absolutely.
I'll see you all next week. Bye, Sanjeev ji.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, good. Well, happy Saturday. Um, I enjoyed the meditation. I loved your topic, and I love Christy's perspective as well. And she always has such a like a
Yeah.
calm voice. It's so nice. Um, but
Yeah,
I
she
have,
when she starts the meditation, I think it just sets it right, you know. It just
yeah,
the
it really
tone
does.
itself. It's like,
Because I was thinking,
yeah.
I have a bit of tension to introduce to the topic, right? Or a bit of a challenge that I struggle with. And I was thinking about that as she was talking, and her voice was so soft and soothing that it made me feel better. But I actually struggle with, I do actually think I'm naturally service oriented, but my struggle is I've built my life in such a way that it is incredibly, and I'm not joking, hard. Certain professions, I don't know, they're just
Yeah.
too very hard. And it's difficult to actually, I mean, small scale service is fine. Like, service when you see someone out in the hot sun and they're unhoused buying a meal or a bottle of water, that's something that we can do, or being there for a friend who's going through a lot, or a colleague just listening to the gripes. My sister visited last weekend, so I gave her time. And but like a regular community based service, like regular food pantry volunteering, just volunteering. I've tried to do this in the past, like with my church, or just like even not not religious based, but it's like so hard. Like even just these last few weeks, work has, I mean, and this next few weeks, work is just insane. And sometimes I just don't know how to get to, I don't know how to like rob
So
the time
so
back for myself. It's awful sometimes.
no
I
no
had to
no
stop a lot of things that I really wanted to do.
no.
Um,
So I think obviously this is not thought through. So it's a very common and very important question for all of us, actually. Um, Being busy in a way is good because our mind is a devil's workshop, in other words. It's like we have to keep ourselves busy. The more spiritual you are, the more important that is as well. But then, as you're saying, there are times or there are phases, or sometimes, just the career or path or what you're into. I mean, even if you're, uh, taking care of your loved ones, it can be a long road. So the thing is that, um, in some ways, and I don't know, let me just express it, and we can then discuss this. It's first, I think you have to take a little bit of time for meditating, because meditating takes you to a higher level where the genuine love, the genuine connection, the genuine, uh, you know, and even after a certain point, the selfless ability, unconditional love that leads to selfless service comes at a point, you know, and so first we need to be at that stage. And like, so naturally you have that inclination. So now I think what we need to figure out is the time that we are giving to ourselves to elevate ourselves so that we can operate at that level more consistently, more deeply. And then, uh, just figure out those slices in which what can we do. I mean, sometimes it is just going and listening to the elderly, or, just taking those small slices of time. So what I feel is that, like, even if you are so very busy, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, expand that to like 30 and 30. So that 1 hour that you take for yourself, similarly, the service, just take some slice, something that can be intertwined into your busy schedule. Um, and, you know, and as you said, like, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It's just something that you keep doing. Um, it's an outward expression of our, compassion and love. So yeah, I know what you're saying. It's just we need to still figure out. What I feel is that whatever time we get, if we can really use that time for others, um, if we get that mindset, I think that that's just the right state of mind.
I mean, that I agree with all of that. I think sometimes I do think that maybe it's just the wrong profession that I'm in, or the wrong place I'm at, because I definitely, it's more of like, I definitely take time to meditate. I need to meditate. That is
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely in the,
I know that.
like,
Yeah.
but the service, and I mean, using skills, like I've tried to do that. I once did that with one of my, a church that I attend.
Mhm.
They the donations that they received, they were using to help people who couldn't make the rent, or like couldn't pay their bills. And but there had to be kind of like a application process for that, and so we would interview them and kind of like assess what the need and who got what. And I did that, but like at that time my mom started to get sick, and
Yeah, yeah,
work
yeah.
was very was crazy, so I couldn't continue, because like the very thing that you can offer is the thing that you don't want to do when you have free time. Like, it's like the very thing that you don't want to engage in because you need like rest, actually.
So
So
So while you were describing all this, one thing that, like the answer was more in a context of another question, which I'll tell you. But here it's like when the intent is so obvious here. Like there is this intent that has grown within you. Um, I think the universe, the energies of the universe will come to help. So just keep that, uh, you know, that the more you, um, when you cannot express love, actually it evolves further. What I'm saying is when you don't demonstrate something or when you're not able to do something, it actually can still grow internal inner and within, and that will come to fruition at some point. So let
Yeah,
it.
it might be as a right time, right circumstance situation, but it is something I do continue to strive for. So I'm really
Absolutely.
appreciative that you brought this topic up. It's a good reminder of like, how can I weave this in? It's important. I think you're right. I think service absolutely leads you to a higher consciousness and a spiritual state. So I really appreciate this. I have to tell you, I'm sorry to run, but I have to go. I'm so sorry. But it's so nice to see you, and it was beautiful to meditate with you all. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. No. I was also just checking on you. I'll respond, but the thing is, um, you know, busy is all good in my book.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna not be busy. I
And
mean, but I
and
want to still
see
be
the
able to
the
live
the
comfortably.
and I can tell you this, like you ask those people, sometimes when they don't have a job and things like that, I think
Mm,
being busy
yeah.
is absolutely,
Well, yeah, yeah. I
so,
understand that. That
yeah.
blessings to you
Take care.
all. Thank you.
Take care. Bye
Bye.
now. All right, top of the hour. Um, Anything else before we wrap up? Great topic, great session. Really glad, very blessed to be here. And yeah, thanks, AC. I think service is like just, I don't know, this subject, this topic, this thread is actually running in my head more than ever since the beginning of the year. But last few weeks, it has really taken further shape. So next, I think 29th is Guru Purnima, which is Guru's Day. And so this weekend, um, we'll be meeting in Oakton, Virginia. So anybody and everybody is welcome. Um, well, uh, so I think next session will be from my basement where there'll be like, you know, tons of people. Um, and yeah, topic is, well, same topic, service. So the entire set of sessions, and the other Hindi sessions also, same topic and theme this year. So what else? Arvindji, Ashita, Ola, Mary, anything before we wrap up?
Thank
Namaskar,
you
Bhaiya.
for a great session. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. Very, very exhausted. But great discussion.
No, tired and good is all good. It's like, yeah, it's
Yes, I related to what Luz was saying very much and what you were saying. I think being busy is
Busy,
wonderful,
busy is
actually.
all good, and
Yes,
it's see, meditation gives you the required retreat, the required vacation, the required rest. It's
truly. Yes,
it does,
yes.
and, and just keep going. Yeah, Arvindji, you were saying something.
Namaskar, Pe. Happy
Mm.
Saturday, everyone. Namaskar to everyone. Just fortunate to be here. There's so much to learn, and thank you for sharing that with us. We Adhyan, Manan, Nidhyasan, reflection, and trying to absorb that is the key, and that's only possible through Satsang, feel. So thank you for providing that access to Satsang. Charan Pranam.
Namaskar. So Teresa, any thoughts? Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So perfect. It was so good a session today. It's yeah, amazing. So let's love, light, and service. I think so. Love, light, peace, and service. I see. How are you? Really, yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Um, love, light, and service be with you. You know, we all need to think about how we can serve. So on that note, take care. Namaskar.